Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Dolphins going up against the Patriots. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led out by their mobile quarterback, the 6-year man. It's Tyrod Taylor.
I've always loved Tyrod Taylor's mobility. I love his footwork, his ability to escape, but his underrated arm. Accurate, downfield throwing, that's what I really like about his game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The 10th-year man from linebacker U, Paul Posluszny, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now it's Taylor. He hits Stewart in the flat. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10. To throw is Taylor. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Ndamukong Suh able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a man who set 26 career records at Cal, including passing yards and touchdowns. The #1 overall pick, Jared Goff.
And so much about an evaluation of a quarterback coming out of college goes beyond whether or not you like the way he throws the football. You have to find out about his habits. Is he diligent? Is he going to work hard? Is he going to learn the offense really well? This young man had a great opportunity to watch someone do it growing up. His father, a professional baseball player, set the example for him.
The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, Really well done.
Here's Goff now on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw on second down is gone. It's caught on the left side by Curse. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. The play clock's running down. 3rd and 2. Goff. Looking for someone to throw to. This will be caught at about the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dolphins defense as they head out to set up shop. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Connor Barwin coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Take it at the 37. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. Goff now to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Stewart is the lone setback.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Oh, nice move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to it. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The defensive tackle, Alan Branch, is the one to bring him down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Foxborough after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Now, he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. He's got time. Trying to lay one up deep. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 4th and 4.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He's going to field this at the 4. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63. That was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
Now Taylor on first down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Forced out to his left. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there.
Now, this play is just hard to get your mind wrapped around. That is just way too many yards to give up on a sack. I know they say that pressure can create diamonds. It can also burst pipes, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, what, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. Look at the time. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Patriots don't have much to hang their hat on after the first half. The Dolphins have done a good job taking control of this game, and the scoreboard shows as much. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Dolphins take it at the 49. Goff's on point with the throw, and this play goes for a score. The lead now at 14. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Goff's got the connection on the slant, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. The Dolphins up now by 21.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half two. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it here with Blunt. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And now it's 2nd down. Blunt, the lone running back. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Here's Landry. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now Stewart on first down. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. He displayed a nice little hurdle there, but not a whole lot of room on the back end as he's taken down. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Blunt, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they do.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Stewart is the lone setback. They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. Jackson's got it over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 2nd down, 8.
Let's go. Ryan 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Goff on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And it's complete to Ladarius Green. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Play clock winding down. On second down, here's Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. Defense thinking pass and got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now the 5th-year man, this is Lance Dunbar. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Goff now looks to throw, and he dumps it off to Blunt. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Sammy Coates the intended target there. And now it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Patriots gearing up to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Taylor, and that's caught by Smith. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Steve Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A scramble for it. I think the Patriots may have got it. They did. You know, it's interesting. There was not an onside kick recovered the first 7 weeks in 2015. Teams were 0 of 24, Charles, to start the year. Has it gotten harder to recover these onside kicks?
I don't think it's gotten harder, but when you cite stats such as 0 for 24,
that's staggering.
That keeps people from trying it at all.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be first down, New England.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A lot of time there, partner, in the protected pocket, and he was able to deliver.
The guys protecting the passer have allowed him plenty of time to go through his progressions and find open receivers.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Taylor will throw. Smith catches left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Steve Smith, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
A strong running. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
And out come the Dolphins now. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And the offense facing a 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Goff being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
He's got him in. Complete. The 40. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jarvis Landry, 99 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. Fighting through. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Goff going to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Dolphins, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.